Welcome to Knit One,
Part 2, episode 33.
Yay!
Yay! 475 members,
25 left. We got over 25 this past week.
I know. That's because everybody saw all the awesome giftage that we got.
And we got a couple more to show you.
Yay!
Not necessarily for the 500 Palooza, but just gifts in the coming months.
Definitely, we're using
at least
many of our gifts for the Prize Palooza, but we are also going to reserve some stuff to try to do like one giveaway a month outside of that.
Yeah.
So that it makes it more fun and a little bit of a payoff for the people who return to our show every week.
Exactly.
You deserve something.
You do. So, I want to say hi, I'm Sheila, also known as Sheila D37 on Ravelry and Spark People.
And I'm Wendy, also known as Penny Wendy on Ravelry and Penny Wendy 2 on Spark People.
And I just want to say thank you to Judy Lewis and Julie Q for donating to our podcast through the PayPal donation button.
So it's on my side.
That way. So we appreciate it. A pie.
Yay!
Download. Too slow. Sorry. We all know that one. High five, high. Download. Too slow. Kids are really into that. Anyways.
All right.
Shall we jump right on in?
We should jump right on in.
Do you want to go through it?
I'm going to go first since I left half of my projects at home because I have had, and you know it's really funny, Sheila said this to me when I came in to tell her. I've had a bad morning, but I was thinking in the car over, I was having a terrible, horrible, very good, no bad.
No, terrible, horrible,
very bad, no good day. I am having one of those.
Wendy's, terrible, horrible.
Yes.
Very bad, no good day.
Very bad, no good day. I am having one of those. And part of that, a part of the badness is that I left my project bag at home. So I'm going to tell you about the first project, but I ain't got nothing to show you.
She'll have more to show next week.
I will have more to show next week. I do have some stuff to show you that you've all seen before. Anyway, after doing the Gawain sweater and doing the deadline knitting, I had to knit something that's relaxing to me and interesting. So I bought Lysianthus.
Let me just interrupt. Relaxing to her. This may not be relaxing to everybody else.
Knitting lace relaxes me in the way that doing Sudoku or crossword puzzles relaxes me. I have to keep my brain working on it. Oh, you could look it up.
I am.
Perfect. She's going to look it up. That's how you spell it. So I have this beautiful Ivy Brambles Romantica lace yarn in the night sky colorway that we bought during the Mass Sheep and Wool.
Oh, okay.
From Yarn and Fiber Company. Free shipping. And it's like a smoky gray with pops of a really beautiful bright blue. And I have been wanting to knit something with it ever since I picked it up. And I saw the Lysianthus shawl pattern by Rosemary Hill, also known.
Spell check sucks.
Oh, did it autocorrect?
Yeah.
Damn you, autocorrect. Oh wait, now I'm gonna have to say that we had an explicit language
because we said that word.
That's a website, by the way.
It's a very funny one.
It's a funny website. It's about mistakes that people make when their phones make when they do autocorrect. And there you go. All right, it's Lysianthus by Rosemary Hill.
Oh, that is pretty.
Also known as Designs by Romy. And I believe it's $8.50 on Ravelry. Lace patterns and intricate sweater patterns are probably the two only kind of patterns that I will...
This is the back, the neck part.
You knit the flower first, and then everything works off of the flower.
Okay.
It's an unusual construction. I had to do something called a belly button start, where I... I know, it's really weird. You can find it on the internet if you do belly button cast on or whatever. I had to make this little thing and knit off of it, and then I cut off the part that I knit. Isn't that gorgeous? It's gorgeous. And then I pulled it together it's like a belly button. But I have finished the first chart, which is the flower. The flower is finished. It looks gorgeous. I bought it because...
So do you do the flower in the round?
You do the flower in the round, and then you knit back and forth around it.
Ah.
It's really unusual. That's what intrigued me. And also, it's beautiful.
Oh, well, it's absolutely
It's
gorgeous.
absolutely beautiful. I love Romy Hill. I've never tried one of her designs before. She does really intricate stuff, but I've always loved her. She does shawl pins, too. Designs by Romy is her pattern shop. And I picked it because I liked the idea of knitting the flower in the round and then knitting off of it, and it's coming out so gorgeous. And I love the fact that I'm getting to use my Night Sky Romantica because it's so pretty. So I wish I had brought it with me, but I didn't. I'm on chart B. I'll show it to you next week. I spent a lot of time on it yesterday. But I just want to say, I could not knit lace like the first 2 years I tried it. Every time I tried it, I screwed up. I had to use...
within this last year that you have. Yeah,
it's been about a year since I did Maple Wing, which was
Maple Wing wasn't the first thing that you did.
No, the first thing I did was
the Shetland shawl that
the
you
Shetland
still
shawl.
haven't brought.
I should bring it in. The cat licked it when I was blocking it and destroyed it. She felted the whole thing. But you know what I did is I couldn't knit with lace weight, and I started knitting with fingering weight and doing lace patterns. And then I did a lace shawl. What is it called again?
What, the Shetland Triangle?
The Shetland Triangle. I'm having a bad day, people. The Shetland Triangle I knit with fingering weight, and I enjoyed it so much. And I could see that I could read my knitting. I could read the stitches. And then the next time I tried knitting with lace weight, it just clicked, and I can do it. And I find it, like I said, it's not... I have to pay attention doing it. It's not mindless knitting. But I find it relaxing. Some people can relax by doing like brain teasers or logic puzzles or Sudoku. That's how lace knitting is for me. It engages my mind in a way that I don't worry about all my stuff. And I find it relaxing.
Well, they said people who knit have a lesser chance of developing Alzheimer's.
Yes, and that's a good thing because Alzheimer's runs in my family.
A higher chance of wrist pain.
Or finger pain. I hurt my finger knitting yesterday.
I have wrist pain today for some reason.
It's right here. I hurt my finger right here. It's this
What you do,
tendon.
pull a muscle?
I think I like pulled a tendon in my finger knitting on that place.
Okay.
So anyway, I don't know. It could have been other things. I was very busy yesterday. But that's Lucianthus by Romy Hill. The second thing on the needles, or on the hook, I should say, is my Flower to Hexagon blanket. I've got a lot of love.
I like that color.
Dun 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 dun.
Oh, you used the pink. I like that.
This is one of my alternative
I
squares.
like that one.
Which
if
is
I ever do
my
one,
alternative hexagon.
I could do that.
Isn't that pretty? I like how plain it is. That's one of them. And then another one that I did is the snowflakey one.
Yeah, I don't like that one as much. I don't
like that one as much
but
either.
I do like this one.
I did enjoy doing the circle one. It was a lot of fun. I might do more like that. But I already know how to do the flower one so easily. One of the mods I've had to make is some of the yarn that I got donated from my lovely donor is heavier weight. So I just do one row around the thing. Instead of two. Oh, here's another one that's just a circle one.
I really like that circle one.
I know. It's plain. It gives it a little geometric.
Solidarity.
Yeah, I like how solid it is. But can you see how much love I got on this thing?
Oh gosh. It's almost a baby blanket.
I know. I'm enjoying it so much.
I like the Halloween one right here.
I know, and there's another one that I call the Frankenstein one. Where is it? This is the Frankenstein one. It's green and black and white. It's like this bright green. It's hard to see.
I like it.
The Frankenstein one. And this one is like crazy.
I like them.
Yes.
I love all the colors.
I love it too. So yeah, lots of love. Still enjoying every minute of it. And I have to tell you, my mother sent me a huge box of sock yarn.
That should look familiar.
So I'll be incorporating those too. And this might be, thank you.
That's striping, though.
That's cool. And this might end up being, like, as big as my bed or something. Because I just go into town on it. Like, this is, like, sparkle.
I was just going to say, that one's got sparkly.
I know. It's awesome.
Is that the dreaded?
No.
You sure that's not the dreaded?
It's not mine. This is from my donor. From my lovely anonymous donor.
All right, because you remember the one that, didn't you end up giving that to your mother to knit with?
Yes. I have more in my stash, too. I got to give to her because nobody likes it. So anyway, that is Flowers to Hexagon blanket, by Jessie Rayott. It's free on Ravelry. Loving every minute of it. And I'm using a USD or 3 hook. And every fingering weight yarn that I have had donated to me or in my stash is going into that blanket. And it's awesome fun. I'm just excited. I'm excited how fast it's going, and I love that the sweater's done and now I can kind of have fun with the blanket without feeling guilty. And then the last thing on the needles, which Sheila has banned me from working on, is Celle Bouvat or Not by Tori Rote Designs. Oh, the sun just like burst in from the window. Can you look? It's like, ah!
That's weird.
Where is it? It's my side.
It's your side.
There we go. Sorry.
You get more of me.
It's like the heavens are opening up behind me.
Which is weird. It must be the way the sun shifted.
Yeah. Sorry. Now
You're fine.
All right. So this is still where it is.
Move over.
Oh.
There you go.
There we go. This is still where it is. I re-knit this on larger needles.
And you fixed the ribbing, right?
No. Oh, yeah, I did. Now the ribbon comes out evenly. It stripes all the way around. So, and I'm knitting that out of, that's a free pattern on Ravelry, and I'm knitting it out of County Effect Garn. And you can see where I had to pull out the yarn a little bit. That's what was knit into the part that I ripped out.
Oh, okay.
I balled it up so that I can use it back up. County Effect Garn in the EQ colorway, which is rainbow colored. And hopefully that'll work out. Hopefully I'll be knitting on that soon when we do a mitten knit along.
Well, I was just going to say.
What?
It starts on Tuesday, November 1st.
Yay!
So technically you can start on it.
Technically I can.
So if anyone wants to join, we'll open up a thread for a mitten knit along.
Yes.
Any pattern you want, just post the thread.
And at the end of it, when on some finish date, maybe we'll draw somebody's name who posted in the thread and they can get a prize.
A picture.
Yeah, a picture
of it. And so what we'll do is we'll just go through the thread, and whoever posted pictures will put your name down. Because I like to have it comments and pictures sometimes. And this isn't formal.
Well, you can do that thing where you search only for the pictures.
That's what I was going to do.
Yeah. But so, we'll make a contest out of it.
Yeah, we'll make a contest, and I don't know, we'll figure out some sort of yarn to give or something to give. At the end, how long, a month or
I think
2 months?
2 months maybe, because it's busy this time of year.
Yeah, it's almost Christmas, so December 31st?
So yeah, if you don't have time to do it right away.
November 1st to December 31st.
Sounds good to me.
All right.
We'll put it on the show notes, and we'll make a thread.
Yeah.
In the group.
Because I have plenty of mittens to knit.
Oh, yeah. So Tori Rote Designs Celle Bouvat or Not, free pattern. And this was on US 2.75 millimeter needles. So.
And what's that going to be? The seahorse with
the seahorse
with the snowflakes?
Yes. All right. So that's it. That's all I have on the needles.
I only have a couple things on the needles, and I'll start with this one. I only did a few rows, and I'm going to be honest with you. The pattern itself isn't difficult. I'm doing it by the chart. Everything's being corrected. This is the test knit by the Winter Shawl by Sarah Barber. It's with my alpaca silk DK.
Oh, that's pretty.
I am committed to knitting the 32 rows of the first repeat, and honestly, that's probably all I'm going to do. That's where the sun keeps shining.
I know. It's like, oh.
Sorry. So, and the main reason, it has nothing to do with the pattern. The pattern is great. It's just that I am not in the mood for a lengthy cable project. Because if you can see, whoops, I just kicked the camera, I'm sorry. There's ribs going up each side, so it's going to get as big as you want it to be for a shawl. And I'm just not up for that right now. So once I do my test knit of 32 rows, maybe one extra repeat just to make sure it all goes smoothly, it will probably be in hibernation for a long time. But it's a very nice pattern. I think she's planning to have it out by November 6th.
I really like it.
Or November 15th, whenever the advertising, I think it's the second half of November because they do it two times. And it's really nice. I mean, the yarn is gorgeous. And the cables actually look very nice in the yarn.
Yeah, they do.
So I'm just not up, after the podcaster challenge, I'm not up for a lengthy
I know, kind of cabled out there.
Project. Now, I've done hats and I plan on doing cabled mittens, but that's not a lengthy project.
Right.
And if I pick it up, I pick it up. And if I have any progress to show, I'll show you. But otherwise, I'm probably not going to talk about it. So that's
awesome.
That. I have a semi-finished project, but it's still on the needles, and apparently it's
oh my gosh.
Caught up. What the heck?
It's tangled up in like 700
needles.
Circular needles.
My mitten.
Yay! It's very pretty. I like it.
So this is the All Hands on Deck top-down mitten by Diabolical
I really like
Yarns.
how the striping came out. Sorry.
No, that's okay. The pattern is from the Harvest Dew socks that I had test knit back. I think I looked back. It's back in like February. I didn't realize it. It seemed so fast. But this stitch pattern is free on a pair of socks. So I just did it basically toe up. And it's kind of weird how the fabric turned out.
I like how the fabric
I love it, but
it's
I
like
really...
a Christmas tree.
It does, but I really like this.
I really like that.
And that's because of the thumb gusset, but I really like that. It almost looks like it was two yarns.
Yeah, like
together.
you were doing color work. It's really pretty.
And, but it is. I like the striping. And actually, yeah, in a green or a red, it would look really pretty.
Yeah, I love it.
I love the thumb. Cute. I'm still trying to figure out my thumb. I'm not casting on enough stitches for my thumb. The good thing is I can pick up and it will be fine. So this is Lorna's Laces in the Team Spirit colorway. I really like the fit. And this Lorna's Laces has two skeins make a pair of socks. Look how much I have left of this skein.
Wow.
And I'm going to wind up the other one and do it. And then I think what I'm going to do afterwards is put the two yarns together and do like a calorimetry or whatever that
calorimetry.
Calorimetry, the headband thing that everybody has issues with because I guess it's too big. I don't know. But with the two yarns held together, should make it
that's cool.
Nice matching headset. And I'm more of a headband type of girl.
Yeah,
so
I'm going to make a headband with my leftover yarn too.
Yeah, I really like these, and I have plans for using this pattern still more.
Good. I like those. Those came out great.
Yeah, I really like them a lot. They're going to be nice and toasty warm with fingering weight because it's slip stitches.
Oh, yeah. I love how that pads it up.
Yeah. So here's my front on my palm.
It's nice. Very pretty.
Yeah. So those are the only two things I have on my needles, actually.
Oh. Wow. I have more on the needles this week than you. That's very strange. I also probably have more finished projects than you this week.
Yours are tiny.
I had a lot. I had after getting the sweater done, I went a little crazy. So rate my date. The first thing I'm going to show you are Sita fingerless gloves. I was wearing them earlier by Maria Scheherazade. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. And I used US, I have smaller hands than you.
Yeah, you do.
I used US 2.75 millimeter needles, and this is my Miss Babs Handspun BFL.
I like the length of the mittens. I like how you can put them up.
Yes, I made a couple of modifications that I'm going to show you. The first thing is I had
to bring it in.
Yeah, no, I'm just getting over there. I made this pattern go all the way around on the wrist.
She didn't do that?
No.
Okay.
And I just stopped it at the palm. I made the gusset. I started the gusset right away so that it got wide right here. Do you see? I didn't start it. And then I just knit in the round until the top of the thumb. So that it was wider down here. And then I knit the top so that I could pull it up and it covers my smallest finger up to almost the tip of my finger.
I like that.
I like it that length, but when I'm driving or doing stuff, I just fold the trim down so that I have this bend here. And I like it. I think it's a really good fit. I made them extra long. I did 3 extra rounds of the pattern. I also increased the number of stitches that I cast on because her original pattern was designed for a 10 centimeter wrist, and that is really, really small. So, do you have your measuring tape? I have small wrists.
10 centimeters, just so you know.
It's got to be a typo.
10 centimeters?
That's what it said. I think it's got to be a typo.
That's 10 centimeters.
Yeah, it's got to be a typo. I cast on 8 extra stitches, though.
Yours is... 15.
Yeah. So, yeah, I cast on 8 extra stitches.
I don't know if I want to go to mine. Go ahead.
And I really enjoyed it.
Mine's only 16.
And love the way they came out. Love the way the yarn knitted up. I like the variation.
I love the variation.
You can see. It came out great. It looks just like real yarn. That's what I keep saying. And knit up like real yarn. And I have a ton left. I had 300 some yards of this. Wow. I have a ton left. I think I'm going to knit just a headband, maybe calorimetry or something similar to that.
There's so many out there.
This worked out to be somewhere between a heavy fingering and a light DK for most of it. There were a couple places where it was lace weight. And a couple places where it was Aran weight. But it doesn't, it knit up fine.
No, it looks great.
So yeah, Sita fingerless gloves. That was a nice little battern, a nice fit, easy to modify. I would recommend it highly, and I enjoyed knitting it. That's number 1. Number 2.
I'll be right back.
I bought some yarn. I believe it's Misty Alpaca.
It is, because you know what? I think I saw it on the Dizzy Sheep's
oh, yeah?
website.
I ripped the label off in the hotel room when we were at Rhinebeck. I believe it's Misty Alpaca Bulky, and it's in a purple colorway. That's the color. I started out at Rhinebeck knitting one hat that was a fail. And then I knit a second hat, and it was also a fail.
And a third.
And then a third that was a fail. And then I found this Unpearled Cables hat by Jen Johnson, which is a free pattern on Ravelry that's based on the Unpearled Cables cowl by Marie Rink. And I knit it, and I don't know what I was doing wrong, but I got all the way to the top, and the decreases were insane. Like, they made no sense. And I don't know if I, got my counts wrong or what I did, but I had to rip it all the way out from the very beginning. So what I did is I just knit my own version without looking at a pattern. And this is my version of the Unpearled Cables. I made all my cables twist the same way, so it has this spiral effect. And it came out super cute. It's like a little 20s cloche.
Yeah.
The top. And I might write it up so that other people can enjoy it. I made the cables kind of continue for a little bit until I
was running out
of space there. Might do a little I-cord top on the next one. I love it. It's a warm little hat. What I would do to change it when I'm going to knit it again, and I actually brought the yarn that I'm going to knit it again in. I think I would knit this in stockinette so it rolls. So you'd have a rolled brim.
Oh, all right.
I think it would look cuter with a rolled brim. Make a longer brim so that it rolls up. And then, of course, next time I will pay attention. I know what I did to decrease it, but I will actually write it down, which I didn't bother to do. But it came out really cute. It's a nice little winter hat. And yeah, I'll write it up. I'm gonna do a second one in some of my vintage wool. This is I think it's Candide. It's not crazy like the other wool.
No, that's
it's
nice.
Normal. But it's a bulky weight.
Yeah.
And it's just a plain undyed white wool. I think it'll look good in that pattern, and I don't mind wasting the yarn for a hat. I mean, it's like I have a hat now that I'm going to wear, and then I have to knit a second one so I can write down how I did it, and I don't want to use nice yarn because maybe my husband will wear the hat. Anyway, I'm thinking of calling it the Unpurled 2, T-O-O.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I'll write it up as a pattern, a free pattern, because it's not rocket science. It's pretty easy to do. But it came out kind of cute, so I'm happy with it. So that's the second thing.
Yeah.
So the third thing that I have on the needles is the Simple Ribbed Cowl by Orange Flowers, which is a free pattern on Ravelry. And it's out of Green Mountain Green yarn. This is the yarn that Melissa gifted me when she was, Melissa from His and Hers podcast, gifted me when she was a guest on our show. And I had said earlier that I was going to do a version of this where you sew the little ribs together like that and put a bead on them. And that's the one that Melissa recommended that we do. And she even gifted us a little vial of beads to go with the yarn. And I love the beads that came with this. Melissa, I spent an hour last night trying to sew the beads on this in such a way that they didn't look like a 5-year-old did it. I can't figure out how to do it so that A, the beads show, B, the yarn that I use doesn't show, C, it looks normal. So as of right now, this is not going to have beads on it. I think I'm going to give it to my husband because it's a very nice,
It's a nice
manly color. I think he will like it for the winter when he does snow blowing.
And I can definitely see him wearing that.
I definitely can too. And beads just wouldn't work for a man. And if you do, Melissa, believe that the beads can somehow be worked on this, I invite you to take this and sew them on because I can't do it. So yes, love the look of the beads on it. Can't figure out how to do it to save my life.
That's funny.
But I enjoyed knitting this. It's a very simple twisted rib. And I found it relaxing and fun. And this yarn is wonderful. I would totally buy this yarn again. I never would have bought this yarn from the way, it just wouldn't have attracted me from the way that it looks. But I don't know, something about it I just really like. The last thing that I have on the needles is the I Love Stockinette Baby Bib by Laura Treadway. And I did it in some of the cotton peaches and cream that Sheila had given to me.
I love that.
Well, it's kitchen dishcloth cotton.
I can't believe a baby's that small, but they are.
I know.
It's so long.
I meant to look up the lady that did this. Somebody on our Rav group did this. Look her up.
Okay.
And
It didn't look that small.
well, hers looked more square. She said that she washed hers and then she hand washed them and then dried them in the dryer.
Did you do that?
No, I haven't done that yet.
Wow.
So it might make it look a little bit nicer, a little bit square. Although I think this is super cute.
It's adorable.
Babies are this small though, and
I know,
I love it.
it's
This is just, I love it. I did not like knitting with the dishcloth cotton, but I did like doing this little project. Isn't it sweet? It's got an applied I-cord tie, and it's just the perfect size for, you know,
Little newborn.
wiping their little face off. And I actually bought dishcloth cotton in a couple of colors because I have some more babies who are gonna like this.
I have a whole bag.
No, I know. I just didn't want to take your dishcloth cotton for my project, so.
Please. It's not my dishcloth.
Well, it was
It's
given to
our
you.
dishcloth
It was given
cotton.
to you.
Now the sun's on my side.
But it's not like
Not Halo.
that whole second coming of Christ thing that was going on over my head. That was bad. Yeah, I love this. Find the name of the lady that did it. Because this is why I love it when you show us what you knit and post pictures on the project page.
It was lightning.
Lightning. She did show the picture of what she did. She showed 2 bibs. And see how cute hers look?
She might have added more stitchers or something because it definitely looks bigger than yours.
I think she said they just were rounder. I mean, I think she said that when it washed, it looked rounder. That's what I asked her. But I love doing it, and I never would have ever looked up a bib pattern or thought of doing a bib until I saw Lightning's project on our group page.
Which her name is Lynn.
And then once I saw it, I had to do it. So thank you, Lynn, for sharing the project and giving me an idea, because this is a nice little gift project that you can bang out in an hour. maybe 2 because the I-cord's kind of fiddly. And, you know, these are the kind of things that moms really need. I know that I used to have, I use them around the baby's neck, but also to wipe the baby's face off at the end of the meal. And I had like 8 of them. I could use 80. So.
She also ironed them.
Oh, she ironed them? All right, so I need to totally do a little work on this. This is going to be a gift for a friend of mine who's expecting a baby in March.
She knit them 12 inches long. Oh, no, that's the straps. Never mind.
Yeah, the straps I did. The straps are I made the straps quite long because, you know.
You can never have long, excuse me, long enough straps.
I did them pretty long. I love how the yarn knit up. It's really pretty.
I do, too. That's cute. The colors are so nice and bright.
It took less than a skein of the dishcloth cotton, so. Yeah, that's, once again, I love stockinette baby bib on kitchen cotton. I thought it was Peaches and Cream, but it might be another one.
I
used US 7 needles, and it's free. Laura Treadway is the designer, so I highly encourage you. Yeah, I'm going to make more.
All of a couple hours?
It took me like an hour. So that's it, though. 4 completed projects, because I needed to get some stuff done after weeks of just working on one thing. So yay! That's it for me.
I have, I think, just 2. And even though I said that it would be shipped out, I got sidetracked, and I'll show you in a little bit, but I finished both Heath socks by Andrea Dietrich on US 1.5, 2.5 millimeters, Plymouth yarn in the olive/army colorway. I did weave in the ends, including the toe, but I left a little teeny bit there so that if they fit, snip the yarn. If they don't fit, hopefully the person will fix it. So I'm hoping to get these out today or tomorrow. They've been blocked. They look good.
They look pretty.
Cable was really easy. It's every 5 cables, and I use every 5 rows, and I used a locking stitch marker to indicate what row I was on.
And I'll just tell you, if it had been me knitting it, I would have just eyeballed it.
I can't. I try and eyeball cables, and I can't.
I don't know. As long as it looks close enough, I can't be bothered to move a stitch marker.
No.
I've tried, and I give up after a couple of rows.
So this is done. And what got me sidetracked is also the fail of the ribbed cowl. So I just was not loving the ribbed cowl at all. I don't know why, but I wasn't. And I had queued this, and I decided to cast on for it. So it's called the Bandana Cowl by Pearl
cool.
Soho. I'm using the Barocco Peruvia that was gifted to me by Melissa of His and Hers podcast when she came. And it's a really simple, you cast on a certain amount of stitches. It's free. It's on her website. It's not as bulky as I wished. It feels like, I haven't blocked it yet, but it feels like you got a neck brace on because of the stiffness of the yarn. But it's bandana style, and I can't show you because someone's got it on.
See?
You decrease, you do some center decreases in here, and I messed up here. I didn't, they don't look good.
They look good.
Well, no, they're supposed to be actually centered. You can see it up here, but somehow I messed up.
Now my hair's all crazy.
And then as you go knitting up, you do decreases on the side so that it's a more fitted cowl. I'm sure you could probably skip the decreases to just make it a looser cowl. But basically, you cast on a certain amount of stitches and add one, I think.
I like it. I would make that.
To make it in half. Yeah, it's really, I definitely see more of these in my future for, again, gifts. Because this
great
is
for
quick,
kids, too, because they won't lose it.
And it covers the chest area.
Yeah, so that you tuck it into your jacket. Yeah. That's really nice.
And, you know, you could even probably do some color work, because right here, it's done by, oh, geez, how far is it? It's done by short rows from here to here. Mm-hmm. From here to here. So, yeah, you could do a color work from this little section, do a little color work.
Yeah, put a bunny on there or something.
Yeah. Put their name.
Initial?
Put their name. So this was really nice. I love this pattern. Really easy, great. This was done on US 10, 6.0 millimeters in the Barocco Peruvia. That was gifted to us by Melissa. Gifted to me by Melissa.
Awesome.
And that's all for my finished dates.
Awesome.
Yeah, rate my dates.
Future dates.
I have. Oh, I'm sorry.
Hello.
Sorry.
Future dates. I don't have any future dates right now. I did talk to you about Stephanie Talent, a designer that I met at Rhinebeck, and I am waiting for her
That's right.
sweater pattern to come out. That's definitely going to be in my future. I don't know when I'm going to start it. It might be after Christmas because I'm going to have to, I think I might have to adjust the pattern a little bit for the yarn that I bought, but we'll see. But other than that, I don't have any future dates planned at this moment.
I do. And it will be cast on hopefully soon.
Ooh.
So this is my swatch for Max's sweater. And
Yay!
this is also a bit of a heartbreak.
Why?
All right, so I did the swatch on size 9 needles. Then I did it on size 10. And this was bigger on size 10. Then I went and I looked at my needles and I'm like, I didn't do that on size 10. I did it on a different size 9. But the material did feel different. But now, then I cast on for size 10. So now I just got to figure out which one I want. Selfishly, I want to do it on size 10 because it would be so much quicker. But I'm not sure if the material...
I think that is too loose. I think
it will have to be 9. And now I'm starting to question if this was even an 8. But I'm pretty sure it was 9, just a different 9 needle. So this is the Patton's Shetland Chunky, and I think it's just charcoal. And we figured out that I'm going to need at least 7 skeins, which would be just over 1,000. And I have to talk to him and see if I can throw in a little red there to keep me from going crazy.
Maybe do the cuff and...
That's what I was thinking. So this is my swatch. Sorry about the safety pins. I kept re-measuring and re-measuring. And the reason I had to do that is because I'm not doing this based on a set pattern. I am using my sweater workshop book.
Yay!
I know. Jacqueline Fee. This is I'm going to show you what I hope to have it look similar to. Not quite. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm also going to try and make it look the Wallaby.
I don't know that.
I can't remember the name. It's on my queue and I'll link it, but it's a pay for pattern, and not that I have anything against pay for pattern, but it's a pay for pattern that is not downloadable.
Oh, that's
so I either have to go to a local yarn store or I have to order it from Amazon. And I figured, well, if worse comes to worse, I will purchase it because it's baby to adult. Mm-hmm. And by Cottage Creations is from the pattern. And I figure if I get in a bind, I can always purchase it and see what they do. They, I think, recommend worsted, and I'm using bulky. But this one has you do your whole gauge swatch worksheet. And then the funny part is it doesn't tell you to measure your person. It has you measure your favorite item of the fit.
That is actually the best way to get measurements for a garment because you know how the garment fits.
So I took a sweatshirt of Max's and, here I am knitting him a hoodie sweatshirt type of deal, but he wants one, so he's very excited about it. So I took it's 40 inches around, and according to my gauge, depending on which one I use, I'm going to have to cast on about 140 stitches. No, because it would be 14 minus 140.
14 minus 140.
140 minus 14, because you cast on 90% of the stitches overall.
Right.
And then you do your ribbing in two.
Then you increase.
2 by 2. 2 by 2 and 2 sizes smaller, which I'm like, size 7 with bulky yarn I may not do. I may just do 8.
You do it smaller so that it does that suck in thing. Just knit it in the same. It'll draw in enough if you do it.
And then you increase the extra 10% and you knit. So it's all based on formulas. But they're easy formulas. And then it says, okay, stop. Check to make sure your gauge is on par.
Yeah.
Okay, stop. Here's decision time, checkpoint. What do you want to do? Do you want to do a pocket? Then this is how you do your pocket. Okay, stop. This is the time for the sleeves. This is basically sweaters for dummies. Hello.
But that's good.
It is. It really is.
If you haven't knit a lot of sweaters before, it's good. And, you know, it's funny. The Isolde Teague book that I used for Gawain had my mom take all my body measurements, which was great. And then I followed her recommendations for how much ease to do. But I checked it by measuring a T-shirt that fit the way that I wanted the sweater to fit. And all the numbers were almost exactly dead on. So it was... But it's an easier way. Like, some people don't have somebody that can come and measure them all over, or you might worry that the measurement was wrong, or it just gives you a better idea if you have a garment of what the fit is going to be like.
Well, plus, I mean, this is a hoodie sweatshirt. I certainly don't want it to be fitted because...
No, you want it to be loose.
You want it to be loose. So.
And, you know, unlike Isolde Teague, who probably has a lot of experience with how much ease to add to garments to make them look a certain way, people that don't design clothing like us
have never really knit anything.
Well, I mean, I've knit a lot of sweaters, but I've only fit like 2 or 3 of them specifically to me. Like, that's something that new that I've been trying because... Honestly, I was sick of getting sweaters done that were wrong, you know? It just, after all that work you put in, it really stinks to have a sweater that fits you everywhere but in the bust, or that has sleeves that are way too long or way too short or whatever. I just got tired of doing it, and it's because every person is unique. So, yeah, but that garment, that's a good tip. That's a really good book for people that want to start learning to build the confidence to start modifying stuff. I modify everything now.
It gives you variations of everything too. It is a nice book, and so I'm hoping to actually cast on tonight to do the ribbing. I'll probably cast on size 8 for the ribbing with the smaller amount of needles. I just have to tweak it a little bit. I wanted her opinion on the size fabric to do, as much as, like I said, I would really love to do the size 10.
No, and when I'm looking at your swatch, that is way too loose.
Yeah, it is too loose.
This is the one that you want.
But feel that one. Doesn't that feel even tighter?
Yes.
It's not, though, I don't think.
Well.
Almost, but not quite. It was 2 different needles. This one was Addie Turbo, and this was Suzanne Bates or something like that.
I like this one the best.
It really shows you a little bit of how even a needle can make a little bit of a difference.
Yes, and I was just reading the new Yarn Harlot book, and she was going on to one of her famous rants about how swatching lies. And it's because little things can affect it. You can be really, what was she saying? You can be really relaxed and drinking some wine and your knitting gets loose, or you can be really angry and tense and your knitting can be really tight, or you can use a different needle because you broke one and then that just puts everything off, or it can be hot or cold, or, you know, that's why swatching lies. So
the one thing
you do the best you can.
The one thing I didn't like about this book, and I will say, but I looked at the publishing date. This one, I think, was copyright 2003, and then I think 1997 and 2003. There's 2 different versions. 1983 and 2002.
Yeah.
It says to do a swatch. Sorry, here is in my face. Cast on 30 stitches and do a swatch for 3 inches flat. Well, anyone who's been knitting socks recently and who does swatches for socks, they tell you nowadays to do anything that you're going to knit in the round, swatch in the round. So that was
the tension.
It really does, because, and somebody asked me yesterday, I was at our friend's house, and our friend Leslie, hi Leslie, asked, why does it make a difference? And I'll tell you why. Because I don't knit as tight, I don't purl as tight as I knit. My purl gauge is so much looser than my knit gauge. And that is why. So when I'm knitting in the round, I'm just knitting. And she's like, that makes perfect sense. So some people don't realize, if you're going to do a swatch, if you're going to do something in the round, swatch for it in the round. Take the extra time to just swatch in the round. At least it gives you a better indication of what your swatch is going to be like.
Yeah, it does.
So that's the end of my future dates. And I am going to be casting on another pair of socks. And I'm going with Wendy's theme, in the sense of I have a bag of Knitting Goddesses sock skeins, and I'm going to do Franken socks.
Awesome.
I just think I might actually do them 2 at a time and knit.
So they're the same.
Yeah. As much as I'd like,
crazy?
yeah. As much as I'd like to say I could do that, I don't think I could. So it depends on how much in each skein of sock blanket skeins, if I could do that. So, yes, a lot of weaving and ends, but I think it would be fun.
Cool. So that's it for your
my future date. Yeah.
Crushes and heartbreaks. Just briefly, my television died on Tuesday. My old television. And to give you an idea of how old it is, when we went to the store to buy a new TV, the guy asked us what size TV we had. We had a 27-inch TV. And he said, digital? And we were like, no, it was just a regular TV.
Didn't he even ask you if you what size flat screen you had?
What kind of flat screen? Like, what? And we're like, yeah, it's not even a flat screen. We bought it like before I even had kids. And I liked that TV. And then my husband got all like manified and compelled us to buy a 42-inch screen, which is like bigger than my whole, it's like that big.
Yeah, this one I think is smaller than that, but I know my husband would have loved to have gone to like 47. He
wanted to go higher than that. I had to cut him off at 42. I just think it's crazy. But now I have a digital television, and you know, honestly, it is clearer on some of the HD channels, but it's not that like so fabulous that I'm like, wow! You know, it's like...
Problem is you can't get a non-flat screen TV anymore.
No, they don't have regular TVs anymore.
Yep.
They're all flat screen. It was kind of funny. So anyway, that was my heartbreak. My husband had to come home early to go to a parent-teacher conference for our daughter, and then we all went to the store and bought a TV. And it cost a freaking fortune because... when you can't buy a regular TV, you also cannot buy an inexpensive TV.
Yeah. Although they are coming down a lot less.
Oh, yeah. My parents bought one smaller than ours
for a
couple of years ago for a lot more money.
Yeah.
So, you know, it is what it is. I'm glad we have a new TV, but I don't get the digital hype. The guy was like, do you want 3D? I was like, really?
No.
Why?
They haven't mastered the 3D yet. Well, he probably said, oh, we have a guy here who wants everything. All the bells and whistles.
I know, because my husband was like, how many can we get one? I'm like, we live in a cottage. 42 inches is too big for a cottage. I'm just telling you right now.
That's funny.
So, anyway.
Crushes and heartbreaks, I have none because, in all honesty, my show notes end at this point.
I did mine, see mine all.
Oh, see, my husband's home today.
I know.
And he was very demanding in the sense, I want coffee, I want bagel, which typically I don't do.
And then I'm going to tell you about my husband this morning because I'm still mad at him. So, baubles and bling. As you know, yeah, because I have a lot. I went to Stitches, and I did not buy a ton of stuff, but one thing that Sheila and I both bought are...
Well, she bought for me.
Well, I picked it up for her, yes. Shawl Pins by Leslie Wind. Mine is a little...
Mine's just a little circle. I had seen it, and somebody had bought it before me at where?
Rhinebeck.
Yes, thank you. I couldn't
Mine
remember.
is a little heart. Isn't that cute? And it's just got tabs. I love the tab style because it's so much harder to
Mine's
lose.
the same thing, but I just got this fastened. I'm not about to take it off.
But you just pop it in. It's cute. I love it. So that was from Leslie Wind, and I linked to her website on the road trip episode that I posted yesterday about Stitches.
And
so,
I will link it.
Yeah, she'll link to it again. So that's the first thing, and it's really cute. They come in these nice little bags, and she also gave us a polishing cloth.
Oh.
To keep it all shiny.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yes,
Oh.
the polishing cloth.
Okay.
Now you know. So
Now, these are made of silver?
yes.
Or, okay.
They're silver.
So.
Yes, and she's super nice. She let me try on a new style that she's doing, which is it's a slide, which I really liked, and I told her I would totally get one if they were smaller, and because the one that she had was really big, and I wear really fine gauge shawls most of the time, and I just would want something smaller for mine. Like that's why I got the smaller version of the pin. They had a larger version. I love this one too. I had another heart pin that I had that had a stick through it, and I lost the stick.
I was just going to say the sticks scare me because I know I would lose those.
I wanted a one-piece shawl pin because more than one piece, I'm going to lose half of it. So anyway, love Leslie Wynn. She's super sweet. And then, let's see, I met the author of this book, Knit with Love. Her name is Lisa Bogart. She is a friend of my knitting mentor, Paulette, and she was visiting. She's actually on a book tour right now for this book, Knit with Love. She is the funniest woman I have ever met. I just loved meeting her. She gave me a copy of her book to review. So I haven't started reading it yet because I was in the middle of reading the new Yarn Harlot book. And she says, Wendy, continue to share your knitting with love.
Aww.
And I thought that was so sweet. And I sat next to her at my knit night, and I had the best time. She's a riot. I can't wait to read her book. And I will be giving a full review of the book as soon as I finish reading it. And we will link you to her website. Oh, I didn't show my yarn?
No.
I skipped it. I bought yarn. I went to String Theory hand-dyed yarn. I want to make sure everyone understands. String Theory hand-dyed yarn is not the same String Theory yarn that it makes the striping socks that's on a lot of the podcasts.
Oh, it's not?
No.
I thought it was.
I don't believe so. They make the quantum, I think it's called. No. This is, I like to call them the Three Ladies from Maine.
I did not know that.
They make this gorgeous base called caper sock. It's 80% superwash, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon, and it's 400 yards. This is my favorite yarn. I have said so many times, if I was stranded on a desert island and I could only have one yarn base, it would be caper sock. I just love it. And this is the Laguna colorway, and I hope you can see it. It is the most beautiful blue and aqua you've ever seen.
Oh.
I bought a sweater's worth of it because I'm hoping to make the sweater that I saw at Rhinebeck, designed by Stephanie Talent, out of this yarn. It's a little bit lighter than I think what she knit that sweater in. I think she did a Sport DK. This is heavy fingering, but I'm going to work with it because I just love it so much.
Okay. Just for those who are wanting to know, the one who's doing the self-striping, which is really weird because Continuum self-striping is by String Theory Colorworks. Caper Stock and others are called String Theory hand-dyed yarn. I did not know this because when I've heard self-striping, I said, gee, I didn't know String Theory made self-striping.
Now, String Theory, my favorite yarn base, is made by the Three Ladies in Maine.
String Theory hand-dyed yarn.
Hand-dyed yarn. I linked to their website in the Stitches East episode, and Sheila will link to them again.
I will.
I make it my point to visit their booth first every Stitches that I go to because it's the only time that I can buy a sweater's worth of their yarn base hands-on.
Yeah.
Because they're in Maine. I've ordered from them before. They have an online store and you can order from them, but it's not the same for me as being able to look at the colors in person and figure out what I want. I also did pick up a couple of skeins of their caper sock the last time I was in Portland because they have a shop owner up there that sells their base. I can't remember. It was in the episode where my mom and I went to Portland. But yeah. This is my desert island yarn. So String Theory ladies, love you. And I was so excited to get all of this. It was a little over my budget, but it's the only thing I bought besides the shawl pin was the yarn, and that was my goal from the moment I walked in the door was to get a sweater's worth. Now, and then I bought Sheila this. I'm going to show you. I bought her this cute little tin from Miss Pearl. I talked about them in the Stitches East episode. It's just a tin. It's got a cute little thing on it. I don't know why. I just thought that fish reminded me of, I don't know why. It reminded me, not that the fish itself reminded me of her, but the colors of it reminded me of you. I don't know why.
It's cute. I like it.
I thought it was really cute. I bought two for myself, a little tiny one that had stitch markers with it and a big one. I left them at home.
Yeah, the stitch markers will probably go on here.
Yeah, I bought that for Sheila as a little gift. A little gifty. And then now I can go, yay, podcaster challenge.
Yes, and I'm going to go first since you've been talking so long.
I know, so.
I'm going to start off with the fact that I won. What did I win?
Let's do what we won first. We'll take turns, and then we'll do
I won Best Yarn Choice for my vest, my cabled vest.
I can't remember the name of it.
I can't remember the name of it either. Oh my gosh. Which, if any of you watch other podcasters, you should have seen on Stephanie's Expectant Knitter or Knitter Samurai Plus One. I gifted that sweater vest and a hat to her new son, Roland, and she sent me pictures of him.
Aww.
And it's so cute. So, my gift for the Best Yarn Choice was a skein of Twisted Limon, 75% superwash wool, 25% nylon, in the Summer Breeze colorway. It was donated by Mad About Matisse, thank you, and a pattern of my choice by Apple Blossom and More, which I have her card here. I have not picked my prize for my pattern yet, and I'm sorry, I'm moving this around. Here is the yarn, the Twisted Limon. It's, what did I say, Summer Breeze? It's yellow and green. I'm not sure what we're going to do with this one yet, though.
Cool. It's pretty.
It is pretty. It smells good, too.
Oh, it does smell good.
Florally.
It smells good.
So that was my winnings from the Best Yarn Choice. Thank you again for voting.
I know. Thank you. And I won Talkin' Smack. And I got a medium custom knitting bag donated by Knitting's My Bag. I can't wait to order it, Lois. I'm going to be doing that real soon. And then I also got 4 ounces of, all my stuff's falling on the floor. There we go. 4 ounces of merino donated by 6 Cats Knitting Around in the Mommy Needs to Make Yarn colorway. Sorry, Mommy, I got your colorway. It's purples, browns, greens, and a little blue.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's awfully pretty. I can't wait to do it. That's 6 Cats Knitting Around on Etsy. And, ooh, it says here I can get 15% off my next order. Oh, yes, it's a coupon. Also, I get 1 pattern of my choice from Apple Blossom and More, same as Sheila, donated by the lovely Sarah of Apple Blossoms and More. So that was my prize for Talkin' Smack, or as I like to say, drawing smack, because I didn't really talk smack. So thank you for voting for me. That was super awesome that I won this.
So then we're going to go into our goodie bag. We'll do this together.
Okay.
Because
some of it is duplicated.
Yeah. So first off, here is our goodie bags.
I love them.
The goodie bag itself was donated by it's from Whimsy Bags. I believe Lois actually donated this. I could be wrong. Mini sample chic.
I don't know. It doesn't say?
No, but I believe Lois is the one who donated this, but the bag is from Whimsy Bags.
That's awesome.
It's really cute. It's a nice big one. So
yeah, I like how deep it is.
Maybe not big enough for my sweater. But
see, I'll compare it to my head. See?
Yeah.
All right.
So what's inside?
Let's do it in order.
Did I do the spindle?
Yes.
We both got the Spinnerosity mini supported spindle with some fiber, and that was donated by Spinnerosity. And I think maybe this could go into the prize bag.
Yeah, I think.
Well, mine can anyway.
I've never knit with a supported spindle.
I wouldn't even know how to. Not knit, spin.
Spin. I'm gonna try using it. I'm not gonna put mine in there because I'm selfish and I want to try to use it.
I'm gonna put mine in there.
It's cool. I'm excited
I don't know.
to use it.
Do you spin it like this?
You spin it supported. You spin it supported. Sometimes they have little bowls. Sometimes you do it on the table.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I know. I've never tried one, so I'm kind of interested to try those.
Mine
My daughter expressed interest in spinning, and this would be a good size for her.
Yes, it would be. So mine will go into the prize package.
Mine, selfishly, will not.
That's okay.
And then...
okay, so that was... and the sample fiber was from Bartlett Yarns of Harmony, Maine. I'm not sure if anyone specifically donated or, again, if that was from Lois. I've got a sheep notepad.
And I got sock monkey stickers. Are this not cute?
I will be keeping this. The question is whether or not my kids will let me keep it.
I know. I love these.
That's the other problem.
These are super cute. Lotion. Bulgari.
Who's yours say it's from? Mine doesn't say.
Nobody.
All right,
Lois.
I got lotion, but it doesn't. Mine actually isn't on there.
Oh, mine is hair conditioner.
Yours is hair conditioner? Oh yeah, it is conditioner. Oh,
cool.
I think everybody's thinking it's lotion. So if you're watching this and you think it's lotion,
it says hair conditioner.
Double check because that says hair conditioner.
I don't know. Maybe there was like a big,
I don't know,
pack. All right.
Oh, I got nail polish.
Ooh, what kind? It's pretty.
Because we enjoy seeing my nails when you show our project. She's the one who's been wearing it too.
I know. I'm
wearing charcoal gray with little silver flowers today, if you can see it.
Mine are getting back to almost being ready to polish.
And I forgot to show you, but I got Sock Monkey nail file, which is super cute.
I got a Got Yarn keychain by Crystal Creations. And thank you. All the stuff will be posted on where you can find it in the show notes.
Mm-hmm.
And then Crystal's Creations on the back of her business card has a calendar.
Oh, that's cute.
It's laminated.
Oh, that's a great idea. Hey, way to market, people.
No kidding.
You'll keep that in your wallet.
And here's the, oops, Got Yarn.
That is so cute. And then we both got pocket mirror.
Yes.
It's a button on one side with a heart. Mine has this heart.
Mine has this one. Sorry.
And
a mirror.
mirror on the back. Hello. Oh, you can see my laptop. There we go.
That's the rest of my house.
And it came in this cute little bag. And that is...
It's donated by Lois because she sells these at her Etsy shop.
I did. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lois.
I have a set of knitting needles, DPNs.
And I have these...
US 1 2.25.
These are US 3 straights.
Thank you.
But wait, there's even more.
I'm pulling my yarn.
Oh, you are? We got Miss Babs yarn.
Miss Babs yarn. I got it's the Yummy Toes Monochrome Sport and Sock. And I got A Day at Blue Bayou.
And mine is the same base, and mine is called Hope. I love the color.
I like mine.
I know. These are our colors.
Thank you.
Thank
I
you
know
so
she tried
much.
hard to do that.
Yes, that was donated by Lois too, which is awesome.
Yes. Then I got a pair of stitch markers in a little tub, which I think is adorable. Something to add more of my stitch markers. I love stitch markers. I collect stitch markers. So
I love them too, and I'm going to put them in mine. Mine are red. I love red.
Mine are blues. Goes actually very well with my yarn.
That's from Knitting's My Bag too.
Yep. Thank you, Lois.
Lois is awesome. I'm sending you something, Lois.
Oh, I'm supposed to.
We are. We're sending her something. It might take us a little while, Lois, because, you know, we got a lot going on here.
And then last, but certainly not least, is a little goodie bag.
From Wolf Farms.
I don't know if the whole thing's from Wolf Farms, but
It says, oh, no.
Mini goodie bags, which includes coupon from Ethereal Fibers and Wolf Farms.
Ooh, magnetized clip.
We got a 15% off of Ethereal Fibers, which I've been looking at our shopper right now.
Oh,
so it doesn't have
cool.
anything. And soap.
Podcaster challenge button, which is going on my bag.
We got a coupon from Wolf Farms for 20% off.
Post-its.
And I've got lavender.
Oh, I love that soap. We do have some of that soap to as throw in with some of our giveaways.
Yes,
Because
and I'll probably throw this with them.
Knit and Wolf gave us a lovely sample. God, that smells good. What flavor is this?
You have to open it up. She's got
lavender.
She's got some. What's her soap of the month? Scent of the month is pumpkin spice.
Highlighter.
I got a pink one.
Ooh, candy bracelet. I haven't had one of these since I was in grade school.
Post-it notes.
Yeah, I showed mine.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Look how our highlighter and magnet match. I'm excited.
Which I love magnets. I use it all the time on the fridge. And I love the ones that clip on because that can show my kids show off my kids' stuff.
Actually, I use it for notices that are important from school that remind me for stuff. I clip them on my calendar wall.
And we both got these from Lois as well.
Book plates.
Book plates. From the Knitting Library of Sheila or Wendy.
Yeah, here are mine.
Thank you, Lois. Thank you, everyone who donated.
Yes, and I have to say, Lois, it was enough that you organized something like this and made it work. It was above and beyond that you made a goodie bag for everybody who participated. Yes. You are one crazy woman to commit yourself to that. But I had a lot of fun during the challenge.
I did too.
You know, I think it was great. I would do it again. And this just is the icing on the cake, you know?
Thank you.
So thank you so much. And everybody who enjoyed it should go to Knitting's My Bag right now and buy something from her to thank her for being an awesome hostess.
Yes. Oh, and she also donated a bag for one of our, for us to give away to you. And we actually have two.
One of them has a tiny
little stain, and now
a couple of tiny little stains. It looks like little tiny dots of coffee
or water or something. Because I had stained mine, and that came out easily, and I don't want to mess around with this.
Yeah. So
we're gonna give it away as a stained item, but really, it's barely noticeable.
Yeah, it's barely noticeable.
I hope you guys don't mind.
No, because customer service gave her another bag.
Another one, so that gives us two to give away.
She gave them both to us, so we are going to give them away. They're awesome. These bags are great. I love the straps are really long, and they hold a lot of stuff. I've been using mine every day since I got it.
Is that the bag that you left?
No, I brought that bag.
Oh.
No, I brought that bag. I just didn't bring my project bag. So, wow, thank you. And I'm going to leave these two things with you.
And giving you show notes as well.
Yeah. So, the last thing, and God, this is going to be long. The last thing I have to say is November 5th, Big E Fiber Festival in Springfield, Massachusetts. Be there or be square. I'm going to be there with my mom. Sheila may or may not be able to show up.
Something else has come up that I need to commit to. Thank you for watching. If you need to reach us, knitoneheart2@gmail.com. If you're a new viewer, thank you for coming and checking us out. If you're a continuing viewer, thank you for coming back each week. If you're watching this on iTunes, please leave a star rating or a comment, and we've received some lovely comments this week.
And do it for every podcast that you watch because it does help. And, you know, we want to take over the woodworkers who seem to dominate the podcasting world.
We are on Plurk, Knit One Heart 2. With a -S or a -W, although lately I think I'm the only one who's plurking, so I am not tending to do anything. So we're also on Twitter as Knit1Heart2.
And I'm Knit One Wendy on Twitter. And I'm on Pinterest as Knit One Wendy.
And I'm on Pinterest as Knit One Heart 2.
And I guess we'll see you folks later.
Bye.
Knit with Heart.
Knit with Heart.